listening to Feel Good Files with Lexi and Son.
Hello, Son.
Hey, Lex.
How are you doing?
Wow, we are doing good.
Yeah, so good. It's been a little while.
It feels like forever
I know.
since the last file.
Yeah, but this one's an exciting one.
This is a very, very good file because it comes from
You.
Yep, our listeners, our watchers.
Yeah, the ones that have reached out to us and engaged quite a bit with us. We have engaged back with them and asked them a few questions that they would like to ask us.
Yes, we asked them to ask us questions.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
But before we do that, we're going to ask you to like, follow, share, subscribe, tell everybody about Feel Good Files with Lexi and Son.
You know how important it is for us, and we need to support each other and get our name out there. So it would be really, really much appreciated if you could do that.
Even Stephen Bartlett, who has got 13 million followers, starts his podcast always asking people to follow and share and like. So we do too.
Exactly.
So shall we start?
Yes. Also, before we start, all the questions that we have here are anonymous.
Yes.
We are not going to be sharing who they are from. And Son and I also have not prepared ourselves for the questions, just so you know that it's spontaneous.
Yeah, we try during our conversations to really not over-rehearse.
Yes.
We decide the file and we actually
just roll with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much more conversation.
Exactly. So should we start?
Yes.
I'll read the first one, but we're both going to answer it.
Yes.
Oh,
start with the big one.
Why? Okay. How do you deal with regret? Sometimes we make decisions not realizing at the time what a profound impact they will have, or that will have. By the time we realize, it's too late and there really is nothing we can do. How do you deal with that? Sure, it's a tough one, Son.
Yeah. No, when this question was posed, we thought about it a lot. And for me, regret is something that I feel is an emotion that is very negative because it makes you live in the past.
Exactly.
And I try to be a little bit gentler with myself and I feel that that's something that we should do generally, because when you've made a decision and then at that time that you made that decision, you had whatever you were basing it on was what you knew.
Yeah.
And then things happen and maybe you get to find out more or whatever. And hindsight makes you think like you should have actually made a different choice.
Yeah.
But at that moment when you
maybe the right choice at that moment.
Well, maybe it was your only choice because you didn't really know anything else.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this is what it's not easy, but I do try and do this, is not to dwell on what could have and what I should have and, all of that, but rather look at what's happened since I decided a certain thing and make sure that going forward, when I am faced with decisions that are similar, that I use what I've learned going forward. Because regret
can eat you up.
And make you worry.
Yeah.
And make you unhappy and put you on a path that makes you feel like you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's what the word means.
Yes.
Regret.
Exactly.
You want to go back and you want to change things.
No, Sonia, I would say exactly the same. For me, it's take that regret and rather use it as a lesson learned like you said, take the positive out and be like, flip, I shouldn't have done it like this. Lesson learned. I know what to do going forward. My big motto in my house is we try not to say should have, could have, would have. Cannot handle that. You cannot go back into the past. Get over it. Move on. Move forward. Use it as a lesson learned and carry on.
And if the regret is because of your behavior, make good.
Yes.
Okay? Because if you've done something to hurt somebody else, you've crumpled a piece of paper, is what you've done, and now you're trying to smooth it out. Those creases do not come out.
No.
But you actually have to make good.
Yeah.
So if you regret your behavior towards a person, then you actually have to make good on that.
Exactly. Lovely. Lovely.
Okay.
Next question.
Thank you for
go.
the question.
You go.
If you had the opportunity to change your first name, what name would you choose? Well, for me, I think that I would have made a really good Ursula. Ursula.
Oh, my kids would have loved that.
That's the Italian Ursula.
That's terrible. You sound like a witch. No, I don't like that.
No. Well, let me think. My name should have been Tanya. Do you know that?
What?
Because my mother was...
yeah, in the area that we live, you would be Tonya. Tonya. It's like Sonia. Tonya.
My mother was watching Dr. Zhivago.
Okay.
And obviously she wasn't English and she was watching in English. So she misheard the name because the protagonist's name is Tonya.
Yeah.
Lara and Tonya.
Yeah.
But she heard Sonia.
That's so funny.
And you, Alexa?
I love the name Julia. I've always loved the name Julia.
Julia.
And I'm 99.9% sure that was one of the names on the list for when I
know a wonderful Julia. You would have made a very good Julia, although Alexa suits you.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with Alexa and I love, the nickname Lexi.
Yes.
Do love that. So I'm happy that my name has many nicknames. So Lex is one, Lexi.
Well, growing up, I used to call you Lela.
Lela. Well, yeah, I remember that. So exactly. So,
but I don't know, Lexi suits you better now.
Yes, I do love Lexi.
Lela was very useful.
Yeah. But
I've got many derivatives. I'm called Sonny, Sokis. People call me Sokis because of the Sonia Zaki, Sokis. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We like our names.
Yeah, we like our names. Are you happy with it?
Yes.
All right. Next one. What has surprised you most about this journey so far? So I'm assuming our podcasting journey.
Yes.
So, I mean, I can start if you want.
Yeah.
So for me, if you don't know, if you're new to our podcast, I'm quite an introvert. I think I'm quite an introvert. And
cautious person.
Yes, I'm cautious. And I feel that this podcast has really taken me out the box and
made you dance a lot.
You haven't checked out our Instagram page and YouTube and TikTok. I've been dancing a lot. I've been feeling a lot more confident. So I think that's been really surprising for me. I didn't realize it was going to take me down that route, and it has, and it's been an amazing journey. And, it's really taken me out of my shell, which is great. And, made me feel good. And that's the point. When Sonia and I first decided to start the podcast, the whole thing was about feeling good and making others feel good. But in the same time, we need to have fun. And that's why I love our meetups when we meet up, when we record, because you always end up feeling so good. So I'd say that has surprised me the most about our journey. And what about you, son?
Well, I think... I can't say anything different because what surprised me is how much I rely on these times now.
Yes. Yeah.
And how much fun it is to actually meet and talk about all the different things. We've done so much in the last couple of months, and it's been a lot of fun. And that has,
I think we've also networked with quite a few people now, which has been amazing. And
it's opened up a whole
it
new
has.
world.
Yeah, it's not just about podcasting anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really
a little bit like a content creation company. We are taking it into that.
Evolving it.
Yeah. And we're enjoying it. And we hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, your turn.
Me? Oh. Italy. For a first-time traveler to Italy, the do's and don'ts.
Okay. I mean, for me, I would say avoid the commercial areas. Like, it's lovely to go to Rome and Milan. It's lovely to go to those places, but go and spend like a day or two. Go to the more, least commercial places. Contact Lexi or Son if you need some advice. But quite a few people that I've given advice to, I've told them where to go, and they've messaged me and they're like, it was so lovely to be around the locals and eat the local food and be in those regions rather than the Romes and the lands, which are lovely, but it's just overwhelming. There are so many people, there are queues for days, and also you need to know where to eat. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I
do think that you need to look at the time of year that you're traveling, what kind of experience you're actually looking for. Italy in December is very different to Italy in full summer, which is, June, July, August. Remembering that August is
Italy shuts down.
Time. Ferro agosto. Everybody goes on holiday and so do a little bit of research. I have, in all the places that we've been to, been very, very lucky to visit places like Parma, which are not on your traditional route. And it is absolutely exquisite. Recently did a lot of time in Verona, also absolutely beautiful. But it's something that you can really, either on Pinterest or by looking on Instagram, finding beautiful recommendations that are off the beaten track.
Yes.
And if you do, if you've never been to Italy, you should go to all the big places.
Yeah.
They
definitely
are massive for the reason that they are.
But you don't need to spend like loads of time.
No. And if you do, maybe base yourself not in that city. Base yourself a little out and travel.
Yeah.
Oh, use the trains.
So lovely.
Use
so
the
lovely.
buses.
Yeah.
Use public transport. That works really well. And, your experience is also guided by who you're traveling with. If you've got kids, it's different. The time of year you're going. Don't be scared to, one of my favorite memories about one of the first times I took my husband to Italy was we went to Garda, Lake Garda.
Oh, beautiful.
And it was in March, so it wasn't freezing, but it wasn't a scorcher. It was still quite mid-season, but it was absolutely beautiful. It wasn't very full. And one of the first things I did with him was we went and bought ourselves some panini, which is like rolls, and we went next door and bought a fresh mozzarella and slices of mortadella. And we went and
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, we went and sat on a bench by the lake and we broke the bread. We made a sandwich. We didn't even have any cutlery. We had bought quinoa And it was the first time that he had tasted mozzarella Italian style.
Amazing.
And to this day, it's nearly close on 35 years later. That is still a favorite thing to do.
Core memory, probably.
Core memory, and we everywhere we go, we do that. We did that recently in Verona, in the park.
That's so special. It's like a little tradition.
It's a tradition, and it's really buon gusto.
Yes.
The Italians call it, you really are experiencing the flavors, and don't be scared to do that in Italy.
Yeah. Lovely.
Wonderful.
Love that. Son, next question. Oh, goodness. If you could be the lead character in a film or book, who would you be? Mine's not going to be as interesting as yours.
Don't say that. Why do you say that?
I've got two.
Yes.
So I've got two, but one more from like a childhood memory idol.
Yes.
Do you remember the movie? I don't know, maybe it wasn't in, obviously it wouldn't be in your
I
era.
would be like adultery.
There's a movie called Spy Kids. Don't know if you remember Spy
Kids.
Kids. Anyway,
I think
the actress in Spy Kids, I think her name was actually Alexa, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure her name was Alexa. Anyway.
This is not Inspector Gadget.
No, not Inspector Gadget.
Spy Kids does ring a bell, but I can't remember.
But yeah,
we'll have to look it up.
Oh, yes. So Spy Kids, I just found it so adventurous and fun, and they were so cool, and like they could do cool things and had all these gadgets.
Like superhero type.
So their parents were spies. And then
I do remember
they found out that their parents were spies, and then they became the Spy Kids, and they went on these like adventures. And I remember my sister and I used to pretend that we were like Spy Kids and we were cool and had the gadgets.
Oh, I like
So I think like my childhood one would be that. And then actress who I just love. I love her films. I love the way she acts. Everything about her is Natalie Portman. Love
and
Natalie Portman.
You actually look like her.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
You're not actually the first person to say that to me. Yeah. When I had lighter hair.
If somebody has to play you, we'll choose Natalie Portman.
I don't think that will ever happen, but yes.
Why?
Oh, you never know.
Natalie Portman in Feel Good Files with Lexi and Son.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, love Natalie.
She's one of my favorites too, because she was in Star Wars.
Yes.
Which is where I am headed to.
Yes.
With my favorite character, Princess Leia. Growing up, the first Star Wars came out when I was 10. And I never thought I'd actually enjoy that kind of genre, but to actually have a female who was so super cool, had the best outfits, hairstyle that I still want to emulate.
Yeah, well, you can.
Yeah.
We'll have to plan a Star Wars party.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to be the one to introduce the films to your children.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I still watch all the films with my son. It's still our favorite thing to do. And so definitely Princess Leia for me, and a book character probably, of course, Anne of Green Gables.
Oh,
but for me, Anne with an E. Yeah. The way that she was characterized in Anne with an E was closer to who I would have liked to have been, or I see myself. Very feisty. She had a marvelous mind and spoke authentically. Yeah, so those are the two characters.
Oh, it's lovely. Okay, your turn.
Again.
Well, wait, I did the character one here.
Yes. Okay. How to keep yourself mentally happy in your own body. What are good body positive messages when you start thinking negatively?
So she had a lovely,
beautiful question,
but very difficult too. I mean, I think as a female, I think growing up, you go through so many stages that I think it is difficult to keep positive. You're going through hormones and you're going through life changes. So it's just
throughout your life.
Yeah, throughout your life. Then it's pregnancy and your body completely changes. And sometimes you don't actually even have time to eat healthy, time to exercise because you're so busy, whether it's with work, whether it's with studying, whether it's with running around after your family. And, I think it's just, for me, that's helped me, not like I've really had to, well, I mean, not that I do worry too much about body image and whatever, but when I do have those negative thoughts, I try make space for myself. So I really enjoy Pilates. Pilates is a big thing for me. And I'd say in the last year, it's mentally helped me a lot and mentally helped me to keep positive. I do a lot of self-talk. So stop comparing yourself to others. You look beautiful. I know it sounds very cliche and, it's a bit more of the mindfulness, being happy with what you've got. I remind myself that I carried my children, and those are things that I think help me going for a walk, going for a run, and just keeping yourself reminded that, that this body's done a lot.
So I'm going to sum up with little 3 words that you can remember. 1, gratitude changes everything.
Yeah.
So when you're feeling negative about something, it is the moment to sit down and go, what am I grateful for? Because no matter what's happening, you have to always remember that is the way to change how you feel.
Yeah, but also on that, I agree. You also need to think, what is that external factor that is triggering that negative thought? So you also need to think, okay, what is triggering it? Okay, is it a person? Is it something you've seen on social media? Is it something you've seen on TV? Become mindful and be like, okay, well, let's not look at that page on social media, block it out. Let's not watch that TV series. And if it's a person, walk away from those conversations or try not to bring it up. Or if a person is talking about body image or things, be like, I hear you, but right now that's not something that I align with. Or just try change the subject. Or excuse yourself from the table. If you're at a restaurant, just need to go run to the toilet. Breaks the conversation. It allows you to stop it. And yeah, I don't know if that's...
I think those are very important things. It's about the senses, the sensory world around you and making conscious decisions.
Yes.
People obviously look at us and think that we're on social media all the time. Actually, even during the whole podcast thing, part of our journey and what we enjoy so much is the fact that we make ourselves go out. We make ourselves explore the area that we're in. We make a conscious decision to do something different each week.
Yeah.
And it's important to realize that you're in charge.
Yeah.
And all those things, when something triggers you, you can decide not to allow it to affect you. Okay. Somebody is saying something that, like you said, you divert it. If that something is in your head, the tenant in your head, we all have that tenant in our head that is sometimes overly critical. Well, tell the tenant, I'm going to swear, to fuck off.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
Stop being so negative about yourself. Yes.
Agreed. But I interrupted you. You said gratitude. You said 3 things, 3 words.
Oh my God. So gratitude changes everything. You're in charge. So change whatever stimulus you need to. And the 3rd thing I've forgotten now.
Okay. Sorry, it's my fault.
No.
Is that what happens when you take it?
I'm telling you, it does. Yeah. Remember that you're the person who's in charge of you.
Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly. So, Son, I don't know why I'm saying this to you, but you're going to start off with this one because this is a difficult one.
Oh, gosh.
You briefly brought up imposter syndrome in file 9. Can you expand on the theme?
Okay, so this
I
actually,
was going to say it actually works really
it
well.
really works well with what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I read something really interesting about imposter syndrome. So the syndrome is you thinking you're not good enough. And, so you're doing something and all the time you're thinking to yourself, is it going to work out? Is it good enough? I'm not, I shouldn't be here, or it's happening to me because of this, because I deserve not to be there. And you put yourself through the washing machine of emotions. And what I read recently is it's usually at the cusp of a real breakthrough that you have all those moments of doubt.
Yeah.
Don't forget it. And don't forget who the heck you are. Whoever, I'll forget even now who sent us but yeah, who's the imposter? Not you.
But I do believe that it's like, the world we're living in now, there's so many external influences, like from social media to what we watch on TV to what we see, that it does cause this imposter syndrome, which we now have to learn to block out.
Well, I mean, it's interesting that you framed it up like that, because in the end, even us talking on a podcast and actually going like we were even going to do it is something where at some point you think to yourself, but who's going to listen to me? Who's going to hear this voice that through the years I've always thought was not really great to listen to? But so what? Stuff that.
Yeah.
I feel like we have got something to say.
Yes.
It is important, and we want people to feel good. So just forget about all of that. Don't even go into that and move on, because ultimately we have got great response. We do have a following, and
people are loving our
yeah.
podcast.
And at the end of the day, when you feel like you're not good enough at something, who's making you feel that way?
Yeah.
Is it you? Is it
you allowing us to make you feel that way?
And why are you doubting yourself? And what are you so scared of?
Yeah.
Just remember that being authentic means actually deciding that that's how you're going to be.
Yeah.
And the people who don't appreciate that will move off, and the ones who do will move in. But you mustn't allow yourself to doubt yourself so much all the time.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Good. So
Perfect.
Good. Like that.
Perfect. Okay. How to make a good balance of screen time for kids. How, as a parent, do we navigate a healthy balance? I also think this is, we didn't really make a question out of this, how to temper the whole social media stuff. I think that comes into it.
Yeah, so it does, yeah. But I went to a really great talk about the screen ager. And sometimes it's not about how much screen time, it's what they are watching on the screen time. And in our house, we don't have a rule, about how much screen time they have. Obviously, they don't sit for hours watching TV, but they've never wanted to. I'm strict on what they watch. There's barely any YouTube Kids. I don't really allow that. I'm happy with Netflix. I'm happy with Disney, as long as it's all age appropriate. It is difficult one because there are some kids that get glued to the screen, but I do believe it's what they are watching. So the one thing that the speaker said was, when you want to turn the TV off, if they have a temper tantrum, what they are watching is bad. They shouldn't be behaving like that after watching something. If they go, can you give me 2 minutes? I just want to finish watching the scene, then I'll turn it off. Great. Then they are fulfilled with what they are watching, and it's not causing it's got to do with the brain, any weird things happening there. But I think because my kids are still quite young, I haven't hit the age of cell phones. And that is where it's going to be a completely new area that I'm going to have to navigate and control. And I mean, that's a whole podcast on its own, what I've learned so far and what children are doing and secret apps that they can get into so their parents don't know that they're on social media and all of that, and chat rooms and all of that. But that's a completely separate thing. But I don't believe that screen time that you strict and say 20 minutes now, 20 minutes later, you need to do this so that you can watch TV, because most kids
Don't use it as a...
they won't use it as a reward, but then then it's just going to cause more fighting and they're going to crave the TV. It's like telling a child they can't drink Coca-Cola. They want it then all the time, or they can't have sweets, but then they want it. And then that child at a birthday party where they're eating all the sweets. It's the same with the TV. As soon as you say no to the TV, or you only get a limited amount of time on the TV, that's when it becomes a problem. So rather monitor what they're watching than the time that they are watching.
I also think that, as the children grow older, we had this thing that whenever our child went to a party or whatever, he could use us as an excuse. He could use, I'm not allowed to watch that. You need to ask my mom, blah, blah, blah. Growing up. So that, because he did know there were certain things that affected him.
Yeah.
We had this discussion about Harry Potter the other day. There's some very scary scenes, and even if they're at that age, there's some children who see stuff and can't switch it off. So then it just keeps
I was
replaying.
like that as a child.
We all know that I'm still like that. The other thing is you teach by example.
Yeah.
So if you're on the phone all the time, and I know my husband's going to say sometimes you are, and it's true, I'm trying not to do that, but the fact of the matter is teach by example, and, as the kids grow older, it is important that when you're at a restaurant or whatever, that they learn to actually socialize and not be
in front of a screen.
Not be in front of a screen all the time.
Yeah.
That they learn how to actually make conversation and be part of the familiar environment.
Or learn to play at the table with toys or colouring in stuff or things like that.
Yeah. Or have it, as they grow, they have conversations.
Yeah.
Amongst themselves. Yeah. So that's an important one.
Was that mine or you? Oh, I don't like this one, son.
You have to do it.
No.
You have to.
This is going to be a long debate. Anyway, why does Lexi say she's not a feminist? Because I think she surely is. I will talk. Do not interrupt me.
You see, that's feminism.
No, it is. If you were a male and I said it to you.
No, you see, we already don't agree on that.
So
a man can be a feminist.
Okay. So yes, 100%.
Exactly.
But okay. So for me, a feminist is a person that is only for females this, females that.
And we disagree on this.
This is how I label a feminist.
So good word.
So a feminist is a person that thinks that women must always be in charge and that women must rule and that women are better than men and this and that, and they mustn't shave their legs and, you must be natural. And I don't agree with that, because I'm very much in the belief of a female, must look after themselves. They must take care of themselves. They must look good for their partner. They must help their partner. And, in my house, I'm not about females not working and that at all. I do believe females must work and, take charge. So there's a part of me that says, yes, I am a feminist in that way, but I wouldn't say I'm a true feminist, because I'm also very much pro-men. And I don't like the way feminists have been treating men and, forget about all the good that men do. There are certain things that men will be stronger than women. And we as females need to accept that. And I think as a feminist, many feminists don't accept that. And they're like, well, why can't we just as equal to men? In certain areas, we're stronger than men, yes. And in certain areas, men are stronger than females. We are all equal in our own way. And that is why I truly believe I'm not a feminist, because I see myself just as equal as I am to my husband in our own way. He's stronger in certain areas than I am. I'm stronger in certain areas than he is. So
I think that it's just a label for me.
I just don't like to be called a feminist.
Because
That's
you've
why.
got such a
negative
perception of what the term means.
Yes.
But in the end, it boils down to just a label and just a notion. You were never brought up in a place where you were told you not to do something because you were a female. If you had done that, you would have been much more of a feminist, overtly.
Yeah.
Because you haven't had to have those battles.
No.
And we are in a society where 50 years ago, women were not allowed to enter a race.
Yeah.
The first woman who entered a race, running, was thrown off the course.
Yeah.
We haven't had to grow up like that.
No.
So therefore, our notion of what feminism is comes with the things that we've associated. And I think that, militancy occurs in all ways. And whenever there isn't a balance in those ways of thinking, it becomes the very thing that you're trying to fight against.
Yeah.
So if you're a feminist who thinks that only women should do X, Y, Z or whatever, that's up to you and that's a choice. I do believe I'm a feminist in the sense that nobody gets to tell me what or who I should do because of my gender. And I think that we fight for that choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd 100% agree with
So
that.
in the end, it's about how you define the word yourself.
Yes.
If you're classically thinking, and I think it's evolved immensely, that a feminist is only a person who doesn't shave or whatever. That is actually something that I think is very outdated.
Yeah.
Because you're telling me
I just don't like the term feminist.
why?
Because I feel like it sounds like anti-men. That's how I see it.
But what's the difference between a male chauvinist pig or a misogynist?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it's something for us to maybe debate further.
I feel that we need to have a podcast about
Labels.
And that's where we can.
And how we've bought into calling people certain
things and how it's people can be perceived by a label and described and it's actually not who they truly are. Judging a book by its cover.
We definitely have our own definition for what we believe the term feminist.
Yes.
I believe that I have the choice to paint my nails or choose not to. Whether I, do whatever I do is something that I can choose. And
there's many hairstyles.
There's many hairstyles. I've got like photos from day dot.
Yeah.
But it's and because we were brought up like that, who told us we couldn't?
Exactly.
And our kids are like that too.
Yeah.
But like I said, men are also feminists.
Yeah.
Because they believe in the right of women to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pause on that. We'll carry on that on our label podcast, which we will
absolutely
do. Yes. Next question.
I think we should try and make this our last.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. But this maybe is just something that can be maybe not really a question for now, because can we have a Lexi and Son book review, please? It will help you get off the socials and your K movies. It's not really a question. I think this is more something we can do a post about our book reviews and your K movies.
Well, we could.
Let's just explain what K movies are.
It's all the K-drama stuff, you know. Korean. Thus, kamsamnida sarange otoke, you know, all the stuff that I watch ongoingly.
Brings you joy.
Brings me joy.
Like 2:00 in the morning.
Yes. You know, if I'm feeling anxious, it takes my mind off it. And then I go to sleep like a baby.
Like a Korean.
Like a Korean. Korea. Sarange. I do think reading is something that I haven't been doing actively. I read a lot. Let's make no mistake. We read a lot. You know.
You read a lot.
I read a lot.
Not we.
I like reading articles. I like listening. I like
listening.
Yes. So maybe we should listen to a book. Although I always have a problem with that, because the character, when I read a book, I form...
Yes, in your mind.
In my mind.
The voice of the person.
Voice of the person is something that...
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, and then somebody's reading and I think, oh no, that person doesn't sound like that at all.
Yeah.
So it becomes difficult. But there is, I forget now the name, Oprah recently had a recommendation on her book club podcast, and that book I'd like to read because we'll have to post it, what it is. I think I actually shared it because it sounded very, very interesting and very much about the human spirit, and it was interesting. So it'll be something that
we can work on.
Yeah.
Should we try one more question or not really? We have time, Son. Oh, it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay. So I think we are going to do a part 2.
Yeah, we could do a part 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many more questions do we have? Don't know. Yes.
Oh no, we only have 2 more questions.
Shall we do it?
Okay, quickly, let's do it. We answer quick.
Okay.
Answer quick.
What is a life lesson you learned in the last decade?
I can do a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Patience. Like, I was never very patient. I always, when I get a bee in my bonnet, I want to get it done, finished, quick, Since I've had children, that ain't happened. You got to be patient. Be patient with them.
Patient with
adapting
yourself.
to change. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that word has come up a lot. Adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Be a little bit more
adaptable.
Go with the flow, and try not to micromanage every moment or every day. We've been learning that, ongoingly, even in the podcast.
Yeah. No, wait, what's yours?
Well, for me, it was a big thing because...
In 3 seconds.
In 3 seconds. I went from 48 to 58 in the last decade.
Yes.
And so that bridges almost 2 very big milestones. For me, it's been like a massive whirlwind of lots of changes. I had to navigate losing both my parents. So the life, you just start seeing life quite differently, and you start appreciating that it's not all forever.
Yeah.
So that is something that I've learned in the last decade.
Expiration date.
Not only that, but that all your very well-made plans. I mean, if you think about it, Lex, we've navigated things like COVID, and we were in KZN, we really navigated the insurrection, and we navigated floods. Our son's plans have been scuppered all over the place. It's about going, here.
This is what it's meant to be.
Well, whether you feel it is or it isn't, this is the way it is, and you better make the best of the moments you have, because then nothing else is guaranteed enough.
Yeah.
Just actually be grateful for where you are And look at where we are.
Yeah,
We came back.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one.
Okay, well, I kind of answered this earlier. Who would play in the movie about your life? So, Natalie Portman. Who would be your co-star? Got two. The one's not, he's not really an actor.
Doesn't matter. He's a well-known person, sure.
Yeah, so love David Beckham. Love
What?
David Beckham. Why not? He's so lovely.
No, his accent drives me nuts.
But it's not about that. And he's like such a good family man. He's a lovely person.
You're so right.
His family come first. I just love his family's morals and values. And that to me is a big thing.
And he also loves to put everything in place.
Yes.
Very Lexi style.
Yes. So I'd say those, Natalie Portman and David Beckham.
Who was his other one?
Just for looks.
Tell me.
I like the Hemsworth brothers and Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
All very nice hairdos. Who would play, for me, Olivia Colman? You'll have to look her up if you don't know who she
I'm
is.
like, who's that?
She's in, most recently, the remake of The Roses. And I absolutely love her. She's very quirky. And I probably would go for, I don't know, who else would play me?
You. I thought you said your co-star.
Oh, yeah. My co-star, Bruce Willis, in his day.
Yeah,
Shame.
but he looks.
Poor old Bruce now.
But he's quite a good match with your
Match
current
with-
co-star.
Yeah, he wishes he's my current co-star. I know, absolutely.
Anyway, yeah, but shame. Bruce Willis is good. He's
Not doing so well at the moment.
No.
But yeah, those are, the things that you learn in life that, yeah.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah, I think
Thank you. That
Thank you
was
so
lovely.
much.
Really enjoyed that. Hope you all enjoyed that. Get to know us a little bit better through these questions. And thank you to our listeners for asking us these questions.
Yeah, and please carry on.
Yeah, and if you are a listener that would like to ask us a question, DM us.
Yes,
We
DM us. If you're not comfortable leaving it on the socials, there's DM on across all the socials. And don't forget to do something that makes you feel good.
Exactly. Thanks,
Lex.
Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Feel Good Files with Lexi and Son.